Floss Tube. I'm Michelle from Michelle's Romantic Tangle, and I am still digging through my sewing room and my pattern stash and thinking about what I might want to stitch for Mania and what I actually own, because this stuff was packed away for a very long time. And today we're going to talk about Linda Myers. She was one of the designers I fell in love with early on, and I did stitch one of her projects. This is After the Rain. It is probably one of the bigger full coverage pieces I have finished, and I didn't take a tape measure to it. It's good size, and it sadly has been hanging in the sewing room and got kind of grimy and really needs a bath, but you can get an idea. My biggest memory of this project is that the sky and the mud took absolutely forever. But I finished it, and I'm glad I did, and someday I'm going to frame it and put it up on my wall. This one is Autumn at Sinking Creek, and I think I got the chart about the same time I got After the Rain. Then after I finished After the Rain with all that mud and sky, I got to thinking, are these two really different enough that I need to stitch them both? 15, close to 20 years have passed, and now I think I am over the mud and the sky enough that I could think about doing the other one, and really they are significantly different. But what I really want to start next for this year's Mania, it was on my list for last year's Mania, is Village Harbor. I like this one a lot. I like the coast and I like the ocean, and I just like this kind of subject matter. So this one is probably next on the list. These are older copies of her charts, and they're the old handwritten symbols. They're not hard to follow, though. I don't know if the ones that you purchase now have been redone, so don't take me at my word on that, because I don't know what I'm talking about. I also have Country Quilts, which I really like these. When I very first started cross-stitching, it was because I had fallen in love with Diane Phelan's work and her scenes with the quilts hanging. So of course, these were right up my alley. This is Country Quilts, and what it says, it is leaflet number 31. This is also Country Quilts, leaflet number 31. Do not ask me why I own two copies of this pattern. I have not got the slightest idea. This one, because the format, I'm reasonably sure I bought it new, but that doesn't explain this one. This one has 3 images in it. This one only has 2. I don't know why. I'm glad I have the extra one. I don't know. There's a lot of I don't knowing in this video, isn't there? Then we have Quilt Show, which I love. I vaguely remember buying this one. All the quilts hanging. If it has quilts hanging, I want to stitch it. This one is Victorian Quilt Show, and I absolutely love it. All of these detailed little quilts, I looked, and none of that is fractional stitches. I love the river in the background, and the barn, and the Victorian house, and I just noticed the stone walkway. This is definitely going higher on my list of things to stitch in the time that I don't know how long it's going to take me to stitch all of this. I am not worried about that, but if I keep pulling the patterns I like best up to the top of the pile, eventually they'll get stitched or they won't, and either way it's okay. I did see a post on social media recently that Linda Myers had passed away. I didn't realize she was still designing, and she has a lot of new designs that are gorgeous, so I'm sure I'll be adding some of those to my stash, maybe after I make some progress on some of these. This collection that I have is by no means all of her patterns. She's got plenty of them, and lots of landscapes and quilts and the things that I like most about cross-stitch. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Michelle with Michelle's Romantic Tangle, and I'll be back with more videos soon.